Hello and welcome. In this video, we are going to demonstrate the cMotion feature of MayaOnline. MayaOnline from MayaData is a cross-cloud data plane for Kubernetes applications. Using cMotion, you can move your stateful Kubernetes pods from one Kubernetes cluster to another, even across the cloud providers. Let us look at the demo setup. We have 3 Kubernetes clusters, running in 3 different geographical locations. 2 of them are in Google Cloud, and the third cluster is in AWS. The first cluster in Google Cloud, which is in the US Central Zone, is named as Austin CICD. The second cluster in Google Cloud, which is in the Europe East Zone, is named as Denmark CICD. The third cluster in AWS, which is in the US East Zone, is named as MuleMaster. In this demo, we first run the build on a GitHub commit on Austin cluster. Next, without any change to the cluster or the application, using cMotion, we move Jenkins pod to the Denmark cluster and verify Jenkins build process there. Next, using cMotion, we move the Jenkins pod from Denmark cluster to AWS cluster and verify that the Jenkins build process on AWS continues to work. Finally, using cMotion, we move the Jenkins pod back onto the Austin cloud and verify working of Jenkins pod. Let us get to the demo. Here are the 2 clusters on Google Cloud Platform. Notice that the 2 clusters are in 2 different zones. And then, the third cluster is in AWS Cloud. Here is the Jenkins pod running on Austin cluster. Now, let us show you a new build being triggered on a GitHub commit. We have now built a new build numbered 36, using Jenkins on Austin cluster. We will now move the Jenkins pod from Austin cluster to Denmark cluster, using MayaOnline cMotion. Jenkins pod is now migrated to Denmark. Let us run a new build at Denmark. As you can see, when the volume is moved, the Jenkins pod in Austin goes down, it comes up in Denmark, and user continues to build a new build through Jenkins. We have built build 36 in Austin, and built build 37 in Denmark. We shall now move the application to AWS and do a new build, that will be build number 38. Pod is now running successfully in AWS. Let us run build number 38 on AWS. Build number 38 is successfully built on AWS. Let us move the application back to Google Cloud, into the Austin cluster. And we shall build number 39. Volume is being moved to Austin cluster. Now let us build number 39 on Austin cluster. Build number 39 is built on the Austin cluster. Just to recapture what we did, we had a Jenkins CI system running on a cluster in Austin. We used MayaOnline cMotion to move the application to 2 different Kubernetes clusters and then finally moved back to Austin cluster. Thank you for watching the tech preview demo of MayaOnline cMotion. Please sign up on MayaOnline to help centrally manage your OpenEBS installations. Yes, it is free for basic usage.